Hello and welcome back to another episode of Joy This Moment. I'm your host and coach, Mevy Ahmed, here to open hearts and transform minds to help you live a more joyful life. Firstly, few updates from me. I feel like every week as I do this episode, because so much happens, I feel like I need to give you a little news update. So, news. Actually, good news. Lots of news. I feel I've overused the word news, and I'm not really sure why in that particular accent, but news as news sounds very newsy to me. Anyway, overused word. On to the first update. As of today, I am officially a Yes Futures coach. So, Yes Futures is a charity that supports young people to become more confident and resilient within themselves, and they work with local schools across the country. And I applied to their March program in January, and yeah, got in and had my second training today. So now I've like officially can wear the Yes Futures hat. So for the next 5 months, I'll be working with a school and a few students aged 14 to 16, and this is very exciting because it's a way for me to actually grow and develop my coaching skills, but also give back to a charity that I love and give back to young people, particularly at a time when the mental health toll of the pandemic has just been insane, and young people need support now more than ever to not only get back on track, but also feel like that they have an avenue to talk to, like they have a safe space, but also focus on their future, given the fact everything has changed and it's just been such an off time, and schools and learning has been disrupted throughout the last year. So I feel very privileged to be in a place to help young people move forward in their future. So it's really exciting for me. Second piece of news is that this week from Thursday all the way, so from Thursday afternoon all the way till Monday morning, I'm joining in Unleash the Power Within. It's a UPW virtual with Tony Robbins. So it is gonna be a personal development rave. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on the previous episode, but yeah, it's happening this week. So in order for me to be alert for 12 hours solid across 4 days, I kid you not, this is going to be a high energy challenge. God almighty help me. In order for me to be ready for that, there's a lot of food prep I have to do. So Wednesday is pretty much dedicated to getting my fridge in order, and luckily I ordered a bunch of juice cleansers back in November in prep for my virtual business launch party. So I have a few juices left over, which I was like, I have a feeling I'll need them next year. I don't know what I'll need it for, but make sure that you don't use all of your juices in one go and pace them out. Who knew that? You know what? I think that was literally my higher self. The best version of me was like forward planning, thing. I'll definitely need it, so keep hold of some. So yeah, some juices plus lots of high energy foods. Yeah, just a lot of prep to do. So those are the two big things that are happening, and definitely next week I'll be dead. No, no. I'll be taking the week off to sleep in and recover, because I'm generally someone who needs a lot of rest and sleep more than the average human. Being an empath and highly sensitive person, I do absorb a lot of energy, and I have to do a lot of energy release and energy healing work. So you might be wondering, why would someone like me sign up for a 4-day intensive? Well, one of the things that Tony Robbins is known for, or one of the things that I admire him for, is his level of energy. He can just go on full peak performance mode for 12 hours straight across like usually like 12 to 14 days, and this has all been squished into 4 days. And so I'm like, wow, I would love to be able to serve more and more people. So for me, finding ways to not just manage my energy, but elevate my energy so that I can help more and more people and not feel so drained and tired, and not having to take more and more extended self-care breaks. Now, of course, self-care is important, especially for me when I'm talking to many different people across my day, but I want to make sure that I can elevate my vibes further and elevate my energy so I can serve more people. And I just felt a pull to this event. So who knows what's going to happen after next week. I might just be on a different planet. I might be on freaking Jupiter. Bye guys. Energy vibes for sure, all the way to Jupiter. So I will let you know how this event goes. And also probably going to have multiple breakthroughs. Multiple breakthroughs. So the person who is sitting here talking to you, this version of Mevy, she is not gonna exist. So who knows what's gonna happen. Okay, on to today's topic. So today I want to go back to something that I mentioned in one of my previous podcast episodes, which is about figuring out your what and taking time out for yourself. This is about the keys to success. So in order to be successful, you firstly have to know what it is that you want in life, in career, in your marriage, or if you're in a partnership or whatever. Like, you need to define what it is that you want. And for majority of us, we have gone through life eliminating what we don't want. So we go from job to job, opportunity to opportunity, person to person, and we're like, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want that. But we rarely ask ourselves, what is it that we do want? And the reason we don't really ask ourselves what we really, really want is because we're scared. We are scared that when we actually state, this is what I want, we can be worried, and fear creeps in that we may not get what we want. So why bother saying what you want? You know? And for most part, yeah, that logic kind of makes sense. But here's the big but. We only have one life. And don't know about you, but I want to live my life with limited amount of fear. Fear is always going to be there. Whenever we're starting something new, new opportunity, new job, new project, new relationship, the fear is always going to be there. But you want to see the fear and be like, okay, fear, you are there, but you are not in the driving seat of my life. And therefore, I'm going to give myself permission to declare what it is that I want in my life. And I'm not going to let fear stop me or fear get in the way. So often what fear wants is actually to be acknowledged, to be seen, to be heard. So if you imagine fear as a person, acknowledge it, see it, but just know that it shouldn't be the reason that stops you from achieving what you want. Or even before that, what happens is we think about what we want, and then the next idea we just kill it. We're like, no, I don't want that. Allow yourself, give yourself the permission to let loose and be creative and think about things really wildly, creatively. Just go for it. Just because you've written down an idea, that doesn't mean you're fully going to go for it. Allow yourself that space to allow yourself that creative space to explore different ideas, different concepts, different beliefs. Like, allow yourself to do that, because you never know what you may find in that discovery. You may find your truest self, your honest voice, and then you feel that slight buzz of motivation, and that little buzz of motivation, that little nudge, that's pointing you towards what you truly want. So give yourself the time, space, and freedom to explore. It's totally okay. I give you full permission. And once you figured out what you want, what happens is we think about what we want, and then we're like, okay, how am I going to get there? Okay, this strategy, that strategy. Okay, so for example, I want to write a book. Okay, how do I write a book? Okay, I'm going to find a mentor. I'm going to find a course. We start mapping out the strategies. And yeah, that's important. You need to kind of know roughly what you're doing, because you want to achieve your goal of writing a book, for example. But the third key to success is the most important one. In fact, it's as important as the what, because that is the fuel. The third key of success is the why. Why do you want what you want? Why do you want to write a book? Why do you want to start a business? Why do you want that job? I mean, we often get asked that question in job interviews, right? Well, why do you want that job? Besides the fact it's going to give you a little bit of good moolah and money, okay? Everyone wants to know your why. So what is your why? And I'm not talking about the surface level reason that, yeah, I think this is a great role for me, or I can develop here and there. Like, this kind of stuff that we say in job interviews and stuff. Your core why. What is your real why? Your absolute why? The why that is going to get you out of bed in the morning on the days that suck. Seriously, like, you could be having all kinds of chaos going on at work, but you absolutely need that core why to get you out of bed. Okay? What is your why? For everything that you really do in life, when you have that core why, losing motivation will be a piece of history. Now, don't get me wrong. I have strong whys for what I'm doing in my life, but I still lose motivation here and there down the line. I do. Like this morning, getting out of bed was a struggle. But maybe because I've been training myself to get up at 5 a.m. and yeah, that can be a struggle. And it did take a while, but I eventually got there. Yeah, sometimes just getting out of bed is a struggle. That's when we need to have a really, really strong why to motivate ourselves. So, to summarize, 3 keys of success. What do you want? Why do you want it? And how you're going to get there. And between you and me, the what and the why is more important than the how. When you know what you want and you have super motivation to get there, the motivation that comes from your core reason, the deepest reason of your soul as to why you want what you want, the how will materialize along the way. The how is kind of the fun part. It's like you roughly know, okay, your action plan, the steps that you want to take, but then interesting things will crop up, and you want to go with those little intuitive nudges. So to put this into context, when I was studying international development, I knew I wanted to do an internship in Bosnia. Bosnia was the last stop on my travels. I'd taken this tour around Scandinavia and flown to the Balkans. I'd gone to like 14 countries in the space of like 3 weeks. It was like insane. No, it was more than 14 countries. It was 20 countries. Wow. Okay, yeah. So it was an insane trip. Bosnia was the last stop. And once I got there, I felt something in my soul. I was like, yeah, I really want to come here to do my summer internship. I just want to come here. At that point, I had no idea how it's going to happen. I just knew what I wanted, my what. And I knew my why. My what was, I want this internship in Bosnia. My why was, so I can make a difference to the people of Bosnia and contribute to the peace building work here. It was a strong why. I felt it in my soul. But I had no idea how it was really going to happen. When I came back to the UK, we had a research proposal module I was taking as part of my course. And in there, I wrote a project proposal, and I was really struggling to write that proposal, but I just had this feeling in me, I just had to do it. So I just went for it. And to my absolute surprise, my proposal was so good that it received a really top mark. It was shared as an example for students who'd be doing the module next year and the year after. And also the module coordinator, who then became my dissertation supervisor and mentor, when I got the mark, I just had this feeling, I just wanted to ask her that, is there any way that I could turn this into an actual project and maybe turn this into internship? This is what I was thinking. But to my absolute surprise, my module and dissertation coordinator told me that, hey, I had a feeling that you might want to turn this into an actual project. So I contacted an organization in Bosnia on your behalf to see if you can do your internship out there. And I was like, holy freaking shit. I mean, it was like good shit, but I was like gobsmacked. I had no idea how I was going to really achieve my goal. I just knew what I wanted, why I wanted, and also that I wanted this to be done by the summer. And because my what and why was so strong, the how just kind of happened. I didn't actually plan it. It just kind of happened. And so often we can get very bogged down by the how, by the strategies that I need to do this. But guys, life is 80% mindset and 20% strategy. What you want to do and why you want to do it is the mindset. The what is the mindset, the why is your heart and soul. You can connect that to your mindset if that analogy works better for you. And the how is the strategies. There's a strategy for everything. Okay, there's a strategy for every single thing that you want to do in life. It all exists, even though it hasn't been presented to you yet, because our minds are limited. But we are living in a universe full of unlimited possibilities. The universe is fully expanding. The universe is made out of atoms and matter. We, our physical bodies, are also made out of atoms and matter. We are part of the universe. We are part of nature. So possibilities are unlimited. All we have to do is expand our vision slightly and not get too bogged down with the how and the strategies. It's a good idea to roughly know where you're going, but when you plan it to the T, sometimes it doesn't work out because you're not allowing for that spontaneity to enhance your plan. So I will talk a little bit more about this in another episode. I just realized I might have blown your mind a little bit and dipped into quantum physics and a little bit of manifestation. It's all part of energy work that I'm studying and looking into, so more on that later. But for now, to summarize, the 3 keys of success are: what do I want? How am I going to get there, roughly? And most importantly, why do I really want it? Okay, that's all for today, and I will catch you in the next session. Bye!